Texas Peer Support Specialists present Living on Your Own, Building the Life You Want. Many people want to live on their own. They want to choose how to spend their time, have control over their space and things, feel free to invite friends over. As you watch this presentation, think about whether living on your own is right for you, what skills you need to live on your own safely, the steps you can take to reach this goal. There are different ways to live on your own. You can live with your family, but in a separate apartment, away from your family in a group home, or in your own place with or without roommates. The right choice is what's right for you. This presentation talks about living in your own apartment. Reaching this goal takes lots of planning and hard work. You need many skills to live on your own. You must learn to be safe and responsible on your own. Learn how to manage your money and home. Learn to be responsible for your health and nutrition. You can achieve your goal by planning carefully, building your skills, and using waiver and other services and supports. We asked our peer support specialists why living on their own is important to them.
I think when I decided 30 years ago, when I took this challenge, I never dreamed what I'm doing today to be independent. I never dreamed that I could cook meals on my own and also help build my confidence, and it also helped me realize that the light is the end of the tunnel, because when I was living in the group home it was very dark and I have no way to get out. I think the other thing is that the friends I made throughout, like I say, 30 years, even people who are my friends, even the time when I was living in the group home, they were still my friends.
It's important for me because I get to do what I want. I get to go to bed when I want. I get to wear what I want. I get to cook what I want. So it just makes me feel like my own person living on my own. So that's very important.
We asked if anyone told them they couldn't live on their own.
Early on, when I had my own place in my studio apartment at less than a month, my father gave me a major guilt trip on me about me making on my own, because he think I will fail and make me think I cannot do nothing for myself. At the same time, I didn't let him control my life, but sometimes emotional level inside me, it just caused me have an ulcer and make me mad inside, because I'm still learning about self-advocacy skills and how to deal with it. And it just makes me mad that he thought I cannot do anything, because that's one of the things that's hard for parents to sometimes have to let you go and try to do new things, like living on your own place or cooking your own meals.
Growing up, I never thought I would live on my own. I always thought I would live with my parents or they would live close by. But I have come to realize that I don't like being told I can't do something. So living by myself has made me more successful, and I did turn that no into a yes. So don't let people tell you you can't.
We asked if they had any challenges living on their own.
The things I needed when I moved to my first apartment is kind of unique, because I did not expect what things I need to be able to handle. Like, for example, is that I need a rent deposit to put into the studio apartment, because I did not realize I need to have one. But I was lucky that I have a friend named Matthew and Mary Coover, and they took the time to help me to put the deposit to my first apartment. And during that same time, I already have a checking and savings account because when I was living at my parents' house, I asked one of the persons back in 1985 from the social workshop helped me to start a savings account. And years later, I start a checking account to help me to budget my money.
Yes, there are many challenges. It's very difficult because I have trouble with my hands holding things. So cooking is very difficult for me. But I do know how to use a phone, and I can order takeout, and I can pop anything in the microwave. Also, doing my hair in the morning, that's very difficult, so I usually wait till I get to work, and I have wonderful coworkers who help me do it. So yes, there are challenges, but I have overcome them.
We asked how they stay safe living on their own.
For example, for me to be safe is to find people who you could trust and to talk to, because sometimes you cannot find people who are trustworthy right away in your place to live, or a person you feel comfortable in your community. But it takes time. And also people outside where you're living at, like if a friend from a church or a friend in a synagogue or another belief, because we need to know it's all right to find someone to talk to and to be safe.
We asked how they handle loneliness living on their own.
Being lonely, it's all right, because sometimes I know for myself, when I moved from Oklahoma to Louisiana and Louisiana to Texas, that I was trying so hard to reach out to make friends. If people knows me, I know some of you guys know that I'm Mr. Personality. I like to get to know people. And that was hard because I felt like I hit a wall. And when I have an opportunity to move to San Antonio, something really, really great happened to me, because that loneliness I have in Austin and even Louisiana, the positive thing about that was that when I was in San Antonio, since 2010, I have a hobby I like to do. It's racing my slot cars, because I used to rent these cars as a child, and I have a track in San Antonio, and I was with a friend when I was living in Austin, and we gone to the movies in San Antonio, and the track was close to the movie theater, and I told my friend, if I have a chance to move to San Antonio, I would like to go back racing my cars again. And with that, since 2010, I felt welcome and be valued and also included with the group. They don't look me different or make me feel low or down or talk condescending way, but instead they include me in, and I don't feel isolated alone when I'm racing my car.
We asked what they want others to know about people with IDD living on their own.
I like challenges because what I like about being challenging myself, and I have good self-esteem to show the world that I can make it. I don't let people try to bully me around, because it's oftentimes when I see people and how people view their loved one, their sons and daughters, because one of the things I get so upset when they describe a person at a hearing or a meeting I'm at, they describe the person one way, but when I meet their sons and daughters, they show them a different picture, because they say with this person, with the right proper support support, that person could live in the community. It's like for myself, it's always given me a confidence boost for myself, because it's just important for me to show that I can make it. Even my father would not recognize it. I still can make it.
People with IDD are just like everyone else. They need to feel that they have value in the community and in their choices. And they want to be able to make those important two choices. Yes, you need your daily needs met, but you also want to be able to pick out what you want to wear, how you want to decorate your house. And for me, that was a big thing for me. I got to choose what kind of shampoo I wanted to use, how I wanted to decorate my room, what I wanted to watch on TV, things like that. So people with IDD deserve to live the life they want.
You've learned about your peers who live on their own. You might wonder, can I live on my own? What help can I get to reach that goal? That depends on how you get services. On a waiver, on an interest list, or by yourself. A waiver helps people with IDD live in their home and community. There are many waivers in Texas. Each has different services. For example, community living assistance and support services, deaf-blind with multiple disabilities, medically dependent children program, home and community services, Star Plus home and community-based services, and Texas Home Living. To learn more about waivers, search online for Texas IDD waiver programs. If you are on a waiver, you should have a person-directed plan. It tells your goals for your life. It tells what services you need to reach your goals. If you want to live on your own, that goal must be in your plan. Your goal might be to live on my own. Your plan will list all the services needed. For example, your goal might be to live in my own apartment. The services you might need are personal assistance, dietary support, and minor home modifications. Your service coordinator might not agree with your services. Ask again. Show that the service relates to a goal in your plan. Your service coordinator might still say no. If you feel they are treating you unfairly, make a complaint. The person you complain to is the Ombudsman. Search online for Texas HHS Ombudsman. You might be on an interest list. Lots of people are waiting for waivers. Many are on an interest list. This is the same thing as a wait list. You might not be on a Medicaid waiver or on an interest list. There are still ways to get services you need. You can get housing help from the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs. There are many different programs depending on where you live. Search online for Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs. One program is called Section 811. It helps people with disabilities get low-income housing. It is only available in some cities. Search online for Texas Section 811 housing. Your area might not have Section 811. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, helps people with and without disabilities in many other areas. Search online for U.S. HUD rental assistance. Local housing authorities can also help. They provide services and supports in the area where you live. Search online for Texas Public Housing Authority contact information. Finding the right program can be hard. It is easy to get confused. You can contact your local IDD authority or LIDA if you need more help. Search online for Texas LIDA list. We hope our peer support specialists inspired you to build the life you want. We hope you have learned more about living on your own. To learn more about our project, check out our YouTube channel, Self Advocate Central. Visit our website, selfadvocatecentral.org.